There are imperfection everywhere. But I believe we have the responsibility to change it to perfection. God richly bless you. Welcome again to our channel. If today is the first time that you're watching us, I am glad you are here. I'm glad you are watching this video. Today we are going to talk about perfection and imperfection. In the morning I was thinking to myself, what can I give the children of God? What can I do? And this topic just came into my mind. The mirror of imperfection. The mirror of imperfection. What if we go through life, and actually wherever we go, wherever we walk through, whether from our young age, when we're children, with our parents, growing up, all that we see are a reflection, are mirrors. When we see our parents, when we see our friends and families, our brothers and sisters, we are looking at a mirror. But when you look through a mirror, when you look in a mirror, what do you see? You're supposed to see yourself. But through our lives in this world, what we see, the images that we see in these mirrors are all images of imperfection. When we turn on the television, we're expecting to see something good, we're expecting to see something great. When you are watching a movie, when the children are expecting to have some kind of joy, some kind of play, or something that they can enjoy, something that they can connect themselves to. In other words, they are trying to see the image of themselves in whatever they are looking at. But what do we see? All that we see is imperfection. That's the reason for the topic, the mirror of imperfection. Whatever we go through, there are mirrors everywhere. People are mirrors. Our jobs are mirrors. Our schools are mirrors. Our courses that we do at school are all mirrors. Our society, everything is a mirror. But what do we see? We see imperfection. We look through this mirror. We look at this mirror, and we are expecting something good. We are expecting something that we yearn in our hearts. That's what we are expecting to see in these mirrors. When we look at people, when we go to church, we look at individuals. We look at people, whether it be a church, whether it be a mosque, whatever it may be. We are there for a particular purpose. When you go to school, you are there for a particular purpose. When you go to work, you are there for a particular purpose. When you are home, you are there. You are home, you expect something. And so, everything around us is a mirror. But what do we see? We always see imperfection. We look to see the mirror of ourselves. We look to see what we are expecting. We are expecting something. We are expecting love. We are expecting genuineness. We are expecting honesty. We are expecting peace. We are expecting tranquility. We are expecting all that God has put in our hearts. But with the reflections that we see at all times are reflections of imperfections. Reflections of imperfections. Nothing is perfect. Mirrors everywhere. But we look through this mirror and we see imperfection. But my question to you this evening or this afternoon, this morning, whatever the time may be that you're watching me, can we do something about the images that we see? Is it possible to look in that mirror and you do something about it? If I see my brother, if I see my sister, if I see my friend, if I see my colleagues, they're all mirrors. If I look at my job, it's a mirror. I'm expecting something from what I'm looking at. I see my brother, I see my sister, I see my father, I see my mother. They are all mirrors, and through this mirror, I'm expecting to see myself. But we always are reflecting something else. Are we the people causing this reflection? Yes, of course. Because we look in that mirror and we see our image. We perceive our image. We see chaos. We see distrust. We see bitterness. We see unloving. We see pain. We see suffering. And actually, that is what we are reflecting. Can we do something about it? Yes, of course we can. After these thoughts came into my mind and this topic came into my mind, and I decided to make the video of it, I didn't know the words to use. But yet I believe, since God has given me this topic, He will give me the words to use. At first, when I started making these videos, I just made them. But nowadays, I said, let me just pray for God to take over, for God to speak to His people. And I believe God is doing that. I didn't know the words to use, because I am also in need. I want to also hear from God. I also want to hear and know how to change the reflection in that mirror. When I look into that mirror, what am I expecting? What I am expecting is what I see. If I am expecting pain, I may say in my mind that maybe I'm expecting perfection, but really in my heart is pain, is sorrow, imperfection. That is in my heart. Are we able to change this? Are we able to see, to look in the mirror and say to ourselves, you are perfect? Are we able to see, look in the mirror and say to ourselves, you are healed, you are perfect, you are sound? When we walk through town, go to our work and our schools, and with our friends, we go to our churches and our mosques, and we look at our brothers and sisters, and we want to see something from them. We want to see something. We want to see genuineness. We want to see honesty. We want to see love. But all that they are just mirrors. And actually, what we are seeing is our own reflection from them, our own reflection to what we are seeing. And so it dawned on me that it is actually we that are showing the reflection, or that are causing the reflection that we are seeing. If I am seeing pain, it's because that is what I am reflecting. If I'm seeing chaos, if I'm seeing sorrow, if I'm seeing sickness, it is me that is reflection, because all that these people are mirrors. All that the situations are mirrors. All that my work is, it is just a mirror. No matter what I'm doing, I can be a carpenter, I can be the cleaner on the street, I can be the accountant, the lawyer, whatever it is, job that I'm doing, is the way that I am seeing. You've seen it, that is the way it is. And so we are actually the reflection. And so if we are seeing pain in the world, if we're seeing sorrow in the world, it's because men have not realized who they are, the kind of people that they are. And so because they have not realized who they are being influenced by the things around them. They are being influenced by the storms, the same way Peter was influenced by the storms when Jesus asked him to walk on the water. He believed at first because he saw his reflection, he saw Jesus, and he saw his reflection in Jesus, and so he knew, because as long as Jesus is able to walk on that water, I will be able to walk on the water as well. But as he came out of the boat and he was walking on water, then he was influenced by the storms. And so most of us are influenced by the things around us. Therefore, instead of writing our story of who we are from the inside out, we are actually writing our stories from outside in. And because we are not what the outside is telling us on the inside, we are always not satisfied. Then I said to myself, what we can do now is to realize who we are as human beings. When I look around myself and I see the nature of God, all that I see is perfect love. All that I see is the light that gives life, and in light is love. And this perfect love is the one that created all of us. This perfect love is what we were made out of. And it is what we have to reflect back into the mirrors that we see around us, into the people that we see around us, into the circumstances and the situations that we see around us. We have to reflect this God of light back into the world. We have to reflect this God of love back into the world, because light and love are the same. Then we will not see the sick, we will not see pain and sorrow, because now we are reflecting the God of creation, the God of love back into the world. And so when we look into that mirror again through and through, the mirror can be anything. Can be your friends, can be yourself, can be your mom, your dad, your father, your brother, your sister, whoever it is, your work, circumstances, situations. They are all mirrors that is supposed to reflect. That is reflecting, that you look into it, and you're supposed to reflect joy. You're supposed to reflect back peace. You're supposed to reflect back healing. You're supposed to reflect back love. You're supposed to reflect back creativity. You're supposed to reflect back the nature of God. And so that is what will change the imperfection that we are seeing in these mirrors. Remember, our topic is the mirror of imperfection. But we are here to say that we are able to change the reflection, those images that we are seeing in those mirrors. We can change them. We are able to change them. God richly bless you. I want to make this video a short one, and I hope I've made my point clear that we are the people causing the chaos, the circumstances that run us. Because actually, all the people that are around us, all the situations, our work, our whatever it is only, they are just mirrors. And whatever they are showing us is what we are. It's us. They are showing us. And so if we want them to show us bitterness and pain and sorrow and wars, that's what they will show us. But we are able to change that. Next time when you look in the mirror, I want you to look in that mirror and say to the person in the mirror, you are perfect, you are strong, you are light, you are full of light, and there's no darkness in you at all. Keep on saying that. Keep on believing that. And that is what you will see. Remember, everybody is also a mirror. No matter what is coming, is protruding, no matter how those mirrors are, you can make it reflect back to you in a perfect way. God richly bless you. If you've not subscribed to our channel, I'll be glad and I'll be happy you subscribe. You share to your friends and families and let them also hear the message. I believe this message is a message of God because, none of us can do anything without the help of God. The Bible says every good gift comes from God. And so if this is a gift, and it is good, it's a good gift, it comes from God. God richly bless you, and you have a lovely day, a lovely night, and I'll come your way again if God puts anything on my heart. God bless you.